Hey guys, Smitty here with Just Piddlin Barbecue. Today I got another video for you. Today we're going to do a center cut pork loin. We're going to do it on the Traeger 650, Ironwood 650. And we're going to do it just like I do pork butts. We're going to cook it a little bit longer than most people do. I'll show you how to do it coming up right now, along with the lawnmowers and everything else. It never fails. As soon as we start recording outside, somebody fires up a damn lawnmower right across the street from the house. Never fails. Alright, today, like I said, we're going to do a pork loin today. This is not a whole pork loin. This is the center cut portion of the pork loin. It's about 4 pounds. It's got a pretty good fat cap on it. And then this is the other side. I have not done any trimming to it at all whatsoever. But we're going to run it fat cap up, so I'm going to season the bottom half first. I got a little bit of olive oil right here for a binder. I'm just going to put it on both sides real quick. Cover the ends. And I've also got a new rub that I have not tried. It's the Traeger Perfect Pork Rub. We're going to give it a try and see if it is a perfect pork rub. We're going to coat it pretty good on all sides. Don't forget the ends. I've got the Traeger Ironwood 650 running at 225 on Super Smoke. We're going to utilize the Super Smoke today. And it is firing up nicely. And now we'll get the fat cap side. Now on the fat cap side, it's really not very thick, so I'm not going to trim any off, but I am going to score it a little bit. Just to kind of help the rub penetrate a little bit. Maybe help it render a little bit. Let that olive oil get down in there. And then give it a good coating of seasoning. We're also going to be utilizing the Meter wireless meat probe today so that we can monitor the temps while we're lounging around in the pool, because it's going to be another hot one here in South Georgia. Alright, as soon as it comes up to temp, we'll get it on. Alright, so we're going to set up our meter. We're going to hit pork. We're going to hit loin. And I want it to be, we're going to cook it a little bit high today. I want to see what it's at 185, and we're going to start cook. There we go. Alright, so we got our meter set up. We got the Traeger temp up to where it's supposed to be. Now we're going to get this loin on. Center cut pork loin. 4 pounds, and I'm going to go right in the center. Right there in the middle. That looks pretty darn. Whoop. Got to put in the meat probe. We're going to go right in the middle. Right in there. I like it. Alright guys, it's been 1 hour, 225 degrees on Super Smoke. We're fixing to give it a look and see what it looks like after an hour. And I'm going to give it a little bit of a spritz. 2/3 apple cider vinegar and 1/3 of water in my sprayer. I'm just going to hit it a little bit, give it a little bit more moisture. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah. Give it a little bit of hit. You don't want to knock the seasoning off. But you just want it to stay moist so it soaks up that smoke. Looking really good. Ironwood's doing great on Super Smoke. Get the lid closed, let it go another hour. Alright guys, we put this pork loin on at 12:15. It is now about 3:40, somewhere around there, so do the math on that. The internal temperature of the pork loin is about 147, 148 degrees. And so I want to go ahead and speed up this process. So now we're going to wrap it, okay? I've got 2 layers of foil right here, and before I take it off, I'm going to go ahead and lay down a little bit of butter on this tin foil. A little bit of that, a little bit of my homemade sweet heat barbecue sauce, a little bit of that down there, and then I'm going to put a little bit more of our perfect pork rub down there on the bottom. That ought to be good. Take her off and she looks beautiful. Now I can move these out of the way and wrap her up. I'm going to try. There we go. Straight through. Wrap it as tight as I can. One more time. Perfect. And now, because it's not going to get any more smoke, I'm going to turn up the temperature to 300 degrees. 300 degrees. Right there. Check. And we're going right back on in the middle. We're going to let it go. See ya. Alright, time is 4:45. We started at 12:15. So that gives you your timeline. We just hit 185 degrees internal. That was the temperature that I wanted to get to. We're going to take it off. Now my goal is to have this pork loin to where I can still slice it, but I want it to be more tender than it would have been if we only cooked it 145, 150 degrees like everybody else says to do. So we're going to see how we did. I'm going to take it off, put it in this pan, and let it rest for maybe a half hour or so. And then we're going to unwrap it, slice it, and see how we did. Let's cut this Traeger Ironwood off. The meter did well. It just told me to take it off. That's going to be very hot and juicy, and I don't want it dripping on my bare feet. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to take it inside, let it rest, half hour, and then we're going to slice into it and see how we did. Alright guys, so we've been resting about 30 minutes. We've got it in here in the office, and we're fixing to slice it up and see how we did. One of the benefits of wrapping it in foil is when you take it off, you saw me put it in that tinfoil pan, and I was able to catch all of the juices that were left in the tinfoil and strain it. And we've got it right here, so you can use that to pour over your slices after you get done slicing them up. So that's a way to add a little bit extra flavor. We're going to go ahead and see how we did. I'm going to even up this piece right there, and then I'm going to go about a ½ inch maybe. Very tender right through there, and that's what you get when you cook it a little bit longer. My mouth is watering. I got to get a little bite right there. Beautiful smoke ring though. Look at that smoke ring. I don't know if you can see it or not. It looks really nice. See how we did. Right off the bat, that's exactly what you want. Super tender. Right there. That's what you want. If you cook it to 145 degrees, you're not going to get that because it's not given enough time for those connective tissues to break down. Beautiful smoke ring on that thing. That's nice. Now, I want a little bit of that sauce on there. That's where it's at. The rub, I mean, it's a good rub. I like the rub too. Give it a try. See what you think about it. Give this cooking technique a try with your pork loin next time. Instead of cooking it at 145 degrees, 150 degrees, something like that, cook it to 185. That's exactly what I did today. Let it carry over for 30 minutes and then slice it, and this is what you're going to come up with. To me, this is the perfect pork loin. Give it a try. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Until next time, we'll be piddling. Thanks for hanging out with us.